With any recording, probably the key thing, you've got to get it right the first time. Always assume you're never going to get a second chance. And the way practically that relates to things like there being noises in the background. If it's a voiceover recording, mistakes being made. In the old days, it used to be, I'll just fix it in the mix. Don't rely on the post-production to fix any problems. If you can get it right in the recording, that's a key thing. I've got to say, there's been a few times in my career where I've completely messed up a recording and there hasn't been an opportunity to go back and have it redone, and that can be a career killer. It wasn't for me, but you don't want to be known as the person who messes up the audio recording. Especially background noises is a big one. Unwanted sounds in your recording. Don't just assume you can get rid of them when it comes to post-production. Sweetening up and mixing a sound properly is key. And I like to watch and even listen to YouTube videos, and what I notice is most of it's very raw sound. It's someone like me sitting here, it's just talking to an interviewer or talking to camera, but then they'll have some produced music intro at the start, and the level of that will be way up here, but the voice will be down here, and for the listener or the viewer, you've got all these different levels, and it's not a pleasant listening experience. So things to think about: getting your levels right, consistent levels, using EQ to clear up sort of muddy sound, and compression again to help with that more consistent sound level. There's a few different types of humming noises you get in a recording. Some might be some kind of electrical interference or something with your microphone cables if you're not using professional shielded microphone cables, some sort of interference in the actual recording. Normally you would hear it as it's happening, but if for some reason you're not hearing it as you're doing the recording, I don't know, maybe not listening, but or maybe it's just assume it's just somehow turned up in there. So maybe it's an electrical interference, or it's something like air conditioning rumble. That's a really popular one. If you're recording in a big building, you don't always feel the air conditioning, but it's there, but you get this really low frequency rumble that comes through on the recording. Sometimes it can be fixed just using EQ. Too quick to jump into tools about removing noise, where you've got to take a sample of the noise and then apply that across your entire recording and usually remove it. Sometimes if it's a really low frequency, you can just roll off the bottom end in the equalization and you'll actually be able to remove that sound. So a little bit of playing around, but if you can avoid it, again, being there in the first place, probably prevention is the best cure, if you like.
Thank you very much for watching. If you really enjoyed this, please press the thumbs up and subscribe. There's going to be heaps and heaps and heaps of more information coming onto the channel. Stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.